We can hear someone whistling. It's very likely a guard. And since we are somewhere where we do not want to be seen, where we...
beef up security some.
No.
What do you mean? What's wrong with us?
Well, we're fine. But I've been thinking we should watch the outsides more.
That's stupid. People to worry about there on the inside.
No, then you catch them before they get inside, you taffer.
Oh.
That conversation, I think, very clearly shows the stupidity of the guards in general. The relative derpiness that we're up against, and kind of, in a very subtle way, insulting the AI of the game. Because as a thief, one of your main objectives is to outsmart the guards. Now we do have another nice little loot chest. Now what did we grab out of that? Wasn't anything there. It looks like we got another potion, so that'll be welcome. Hopefully I'm not going to need it though. Alright, at some point I will show off what a water arrow does. And I think this is a good place. It's not really necessary, but I'll do it here anyway. Water arrows, as you might expect, are good for putting out fire sources, like torches. I'm not going to do that yet, though, because I hear someone coming. If you put out a torch with a water arrow, when someone is close by, they will notice. It is not until Thief 2, however, where they implemented the system of guards putting torches back on. Or relighting torches, I should say. Alright, I think he's headed the other way, so we're clear. Ta-da! Alright, where is this guy? He's walking the other way. There's a nice little room over here that I can sneak into. I'm going to be turning around fairly soon. So part of the thing with this game is patience. You have to be patient or you will have a very tough time in this game. And I'm patient enough. I know the system well enough to know where I can trick the system pretty much and where I need to be careful. Another thing I would advise that I am not a good follower of is saving fairly often. Because you may find yourself in quite a pickle for just simply out of sheer bad luck. And he's not going to hear us, so let's go ahead and bat him on the head. And toss your fat ass in here. There you go. Hope you don't mind sleeping on stone. Alright, this is just a lit room. I don't think we need to worry about much else here. Yeah, I think we're good. Now remember that note that I made on our map? Secret passage somewhere? This is why. This room has lots of goodies. It's got a chest, looks like a book, a key. Could definitely use that key. There is no way to actually get to it from here, though, from this basement area, as far as I know. And that's where we currently are. The blue highlighting is where our general location is. Alright, and I hear another guard whistling. I think this is one that's standing still, though. Yeah. He is, however, turned the other way, so let's go ahead and sneak up on him. He is turned the other way, right? Yes, yes he is. Alright, let's introduce him to a good time in the dream world. Alright, my good friend. How about you sleep on the metal? Alright, now we don't need to worry about him hearing us knocking stuff around here. Pretty much anything that you can loot in this game will be a very shiny color. These goblets are kind of shiny, but you can't actually loot them. You will simply pick up a goblet. And you can toss them or drop them. So, if I pick up this canister, I can either throw it by using it, or I can drop it by just clearing my inventory. Or, let's see if I can remember how to do that. I know there was a way to do that. I'm trying to remember how it went. I know there's some way to clear it, but I just can't remember what it was. Alright, whatever. Alright, I believe this is, yeah, this is the way just beyond where that lighted room is without the torch. So let's keep going. What's this? I think that's just some geometry. Alright, I don't think there's much in the way of loot around here. So we can go ahead and just run around. Alright, I think we've pretty much explored the basement, so let's go ahead and head into the actual manor. Normally I wouldn't be walking over the metal floor like that because it is very loud. But there's no one around to hear me, so... Sounds like we got another item that's not necessarily valuable. Ah, yes, we got flash bombs. This is another nice little gadget that we can use. Flash bombs are good for if you are found. Hopefully I never have to demonstrate that, because I'm terrible at using flash bombs and one of the exploits that you can do with them. But I may end up showing that off anyway. Flash bombs are basically what you think they would do. They're flashbangs. So you drop one, blinds everyone in the room, and you can get away, or the exploit you can use is, since they're blinded, you can actually knock them out. Got some gold out of that. Now, if you open this vase, I pretty much spoiled it right there. If you open this trunk, you end up with a vase in your hands. And I know there was some way to drop it. It wasn't that. What the hell? Strange indeed. Alright, here I need to be a little bit more careful, because I don't think there are any guards around here, but I know that there are some civvies. This guy over here is perfectly fine. He's just face-planted into the bed, asleep. But we have some people over here. Now, have they talked yet? Or... we may have missed their dialogue. NPCs don't tend to re-say dialogue, so I think we unfortunately missed what they said. Which is too bad, but oh well. And you, sir, are quite annoying, so how about I just make you a little bit quieter? Strange as that was. Alright, let's put you back to bed. Now that you won't be snoring here as much. A little ironic that you can do that in this game, and yet if you do that in Thief, the newest one, everybody snores. No matter who they are. Alright, I don't think there's anything valuable in there anyway, so I'm just going to avoid that room altogether. But they can actually hear you, so you need to be a little bit careful. Alright, and here I need to be extra careful, because we have a cook. Now, you may notice that light up there above his head. When you hold down the attack button, you stand up. However, with this guy, because of that light in the way, you can actually end up hitting the light instead of him. So you need to crouch down again and hit him from there in order to avoid that little accident. Because that will alert him. It doesn't usually end up being a problem for the most part, but it's still a bit of a nuisance. Got a nice gold pot out of that. So just crouching and doing that is very handy. I've learned that the hard way. Got lots of food in case we go hungry. Garrett probably hasn't eaten in a while, so let's go ahead and grab a nice bunch of cheese with a couple apples. Alright. You can actually gain back a little bit of health from food. It isn't much, but it's something. So just keep that in mind. And there's a ton of food in this place, so there's no worries about whether or not you have enough potions. Now we do have a note here we can read. Cedric, please speak to Cook about last night's dinner. While technically the menu conformed to my instructions, I suspect that the lamb was somewhat older than this spring's, and I am in no way fooled by his practice of warming the salad to disguise wilting. If Cook is incapable of finding adequate ingredients, he can be replaced. And if he offers those same excuses about the stone market shortages, please remind him that the grocery budget is a good 50% above last year's figures, and even he should be able to procure adequate victuals at those prices. Lord Bafford. Our good lord is not sounding like the most pleasant man, but, I find his complaints reasonable. Alright. Now, over here, to check real quick. Alright, this is where we came in. Ah, here. Now, something else in the Dark Engine that they did, especially for Thief, is with the way the sound system is set up, sounds that are broadcast through walls are attenuated. Basically quieted down. However, if you go up next to a door and you lean into it, the sound is no longer attenuated. You can listen through doors. Very nice little feature that they added in. And for the engine, that was actually incredibly easy for the developers to do. I need to be careful about this because I think a guard's coming. That was actually very simple for the developers to do, for adding that little feature in, because the rest of the sound system was just so well designed, or the way the rest of the sound system was designed just allowed that to basically occur. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pop a save. Alrighty then. Right, this is another storage area. Let's go ahead and close that real quick. Now, I don't think there are any guards nearby, or at least not ones that can hear us. But I still want to be a little bit careful, because you just never know. And we only have 2 doors into this place. So the other one... Can't pick up the chairs, unfortunately. The other one is right here. And I do not like where that flame is, Sam I am. I'm amazed that actually hit. That I don't think that should have registered, but I'll take it. Now here's where it starts to get a little bit more difficult, because we will have guards walking in between these different places. I don't hear anybody yet. I don't think I've explored that hallway, so I don't want to go that way just yet. Let's go back in here. Alright. Alright, nobody's gonna hear us in this room, so we're clear on that. I should probably open that door, just to make sure I know that I've been there. I have not been through here, however. Now I know it's brightly lit, but hopefully there's nobody in here. Yeah, we're clear. However, from here, I'm pretty sure we may run into guards, or somebody else that can see us on the opposite side. Yeah. However, getting quieter, so I'll go ahead and shoot a water arrow over there.
Thought I saw something.
Nope. Didn't didn't see anything.
Hello? Anyone there? Guess not.
Now, one of the interesting things about this game is that, I'm trying to remember who was speaking on the podcast, but whoever was in charge of the dialogue of this game was referencing some works about how to make your world more interesting. And part of that is to introduce new words. So basically eclectic words that are only found in certain dialects or certain areas of the world, certain times, that kind of thing. So one of the phrases that was originally placed in the game were a lot of terms for what guards would use to see you and describing different things. So one of the phrases, if a guard had seen something, would be, "I eagled that." However, for a new player, that is a little bit confusing, because you have to learn a whole bunch of vocabulary that you aren't going to find anywhere else. So pretty much all the special dialogue was scrapped in place for more traditional, regular, normal English vocabulary and dialogue interaction. The only word that is left over from that is Taffer. And since this game isn't heavy in the, in any sort of horrifying department other than the fact that you are committing crimes on a regular basis, Taffer is more or less a replacement for the swear words of this game. So if you remember that conversation about the killer bears, the man called the other guard a Taffer instead of something far more derogatory. Now that guard is going back, but this guard is on his way too. I don't want to knock one of them out when they're so close to each other. That's not a smart idea. However, I think I may be able to exploit this at some other point in the very near future. Because that guard that just went into that hallway over there has a very short patrol. That guy, on the other hand, has a much longer patrol route. So if I go ahead and grab out my blackjack, I can greet this guy with a nice little scout's greeting. You'll figure out which scout I'm talking about in a moment. So if anyone is wondering about the origins of the word Taffer that appears in this game, that is from the developers' own mouths. Or own mouth, I should say, since it was from one person. But much of the dialogue in the Thief game is, well, not dialogue. Much of the game is very rich with story and a whole bunch of other things. Now, since the other guard is a bit far away, I can go ahead and sneak up on this guy. Gotcha. Now, I don't think, yeah, this is the hallway where there's no guard. I already got that guard anyway. I usually don't go that route, but we can go ahead and toss this guy behind the wall here. He can be our company for the night. Alright, I don't want to go in there because of the tile floor. That's, basically spelling out for my capturing. Alright, and this is another hallway that I don't think we've been down yet. Or maybe we have, we just haven't gone this route. Alright. Now, if you cut down certain tapestries, you can actually find secrets behind them. Including the... Oh, right, you're the cook. Okay. I was wondering about that. Including the secret passages that we're looking for currently. The one with the... There's things behind it.